Was there another car involved?
Down to through the chase. No, lost it under braking. Snapped sideways.
Oh, man.
And he's on the grass over the top of the circuit and nails the tyre wall in front of the spectator area at Ridges Hotel.
Now it's an extra layer of protection that's gone in there for this year after the Black Swan.
This is Daniel Serra in the Ferrari, and that lets go, well, mid-corner, but the rear going, rather than with Luca Giotto's Aston Martin understeering off. That was huge oversteer for the front.
Well, no, I think that's the same thing.
Hitting the curb.
No, I think it was the wiggle in the middle of the corner, and that's what put the car off. But the under the brakes, the number 8 Bentley just snapped sideways, and that was a big impact.
System Racing Australia have got 8 factory drivers in Garth Tander this year, so it's the second car in queue, and it's an oversteer issue. So he's turned the car in, the rear's broken away, and a lot of drivers have been complaining about oversteer, about a nervous race car all weekend. These hot conditions, the way the tyres are moving around and the downforce on the car, they're snapping into oversteer. Remember, 220k plus.
Absolutely nothing Bathurst could have done about that. Remember, part of the balance of performance is ride height, so you don't get necessarily the choice that you want, and that was gone early as well, maybe even round about the same place. 204.5470, top of the shop, and more incidents up at the top of the mountain. Just, I think, a bit of dust thrown up this time. Oh, there's people running down. No, it's gone off. Whatever car it is, it's gone off, and the crowd's even trying to slow people down. It's been a huge incident for the Scandia marked cars too. Oh my goodness, that's the 26 car, the 26th position car out on the circuit, and that's Tyler Everingham in the Mark II cars. The little bit. It's the same point of the circuit, guys, that's been the danger area and been the action area.
So 777 in front. Oh, there's contact from behind, and it's fired it across to driver's right. That's an enormous impact into a hard concrete wall. So Everingham's been caught up as collateral damage in that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Man,
it was the lightest of touches from the Lamborghini. The red and white concentric circle colours on that car make it very easy to spot, going back to the old M1 Pro Car days. So what happened further on, and who was caught up in that?
Oh man,
that no wonder Dirk Muller stopped. That was a huge incident.
That's Everingham.
That's Everingham. Yep. So that's occurred afterwards in collateral damage. I'd suggest getting out of the way or trying to avoid the Ben Motorsport park car.
Were there yellows for the mark, and then the Mercedes has slowed up? But no.
Driving talent on the racetrack at the moment is quite extraordinary. Wall off the wall, in the wall.
Again.
At the top of the mountain.
Spot.
It's big, it's a bit further around. That's just on the entry to McPhillamy Park, so it's missed the gravel trap. It's a big crash though. Already some debris. And through the dust cloud, we can't see who it is. It's the Aston Martin 62.
Yep.
And it's gone in big. That is a massive crash for R Motorsport.
And once again, we've got drivers stopping next to the car. That has been a huge incident. The red flags are out. There's steam coming out. There's a thumbs up from the first of the marshals to get there. And that's great stuff. The door is off its hinges. Take a deep breath, everybody. He's absolutely committed. He hits the wall, first of all, on the right-hand side, and that breaks the steering. And from that moment on, Kirchhoffer is a passenger, gets airborne, and almost does roll over.
That went over.
I think that went over, Krillsy, yeah. I think that's gone over. It almost went over front over back, but then actually did roll laterally. It's quite a big hit on the right front at the metal grate.
That's what did the damage.
Yeah, he's got no steering.
Whether it broke anything or not there is probably irrelevant, because the car was massively unloaded at that point, and it's just fired it off the road, that contact at the metal grate. So it's backed in hard, it swung the car around. Look at the rear screen bouncing up into the power lines.
Yeah, wheels going all over the place.
Debris fencing doing its job, which is only a recent installation up there a couple of years ago. And then check this out. It'll ride the fence, Tony Hawk, skateboarding style.
Almost going over.
This is the point where it tips.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of motor racing, and he does. 7th. 203.75 is good enough. It's only 0.3 away from pole. There's a dust storm at the top of the mountain.
And once that's bumped out Shane van Gisbergen by the way down to 10th position.
It's the Trofeo Lamborghini has gone around at the top and is parked on the fence.
Wall. Yeah, beautifully done.
How on earth has that happened?
Well, that might have been great news as the red flag came out.
Same spot we've seen all the drama today.
Same wobble in the same place.
Yep. So that's the oversteer we're talking about.
Clips the inside wall, then gets a little bit bumpy going in, rides up over the tyre wall, gets 3-4 feet off the ground and parks it perfectly at top of the wall as if he's parallel parked it.
And limping back, Audi Sport cutting. Yeah,
there you go.
Correct.
That'll do it.
Not once, but twice. And just
big V8. That's extraordinary. Oh, whoa. Top of the mountain. Oh, it's the Aston 188 that's hard in the wall. Come Ledegar behind the wheel. Oh, that's done. That's been a huge incident. We're going to see the intervention of the Mercedes AMG safety car for this one right across the track.
Insert turnover.
It's the voice
to the Aston. He's come across Skyline, and has he lost it at Skyline?
Oh, too much
curb at Skyline, and hits hard.
Oh, man.
The right-hand side of that car. There was two big, horrible thuds as he came through. Fortunately, on the passenger side, back and middle of the car.
Good driving from the team car to avoid that, and the team would have been told instantly what went on this at full speed. Have a listen.
I hate that sound.
That was Andrew Watson stamping on the anchors and just about able to squeeze by.
It is now. So this is a look up at the spares box dipper. Oh no, he's big contact. That car's not driving anywhere.
No, absolutely. I thought he just stopped. We were looking at the good side. That's the side you take the picture from if you're going to put that. Sorry, I have a mental picture here that I really don't
do that. No. Control Alt, delete that one out if you mind.
Top of the mountain.
We've seen this scene before this weekend. A big dust storm. Where's the car that's stranded in it? And it's gone in big time. It's one of the Audis.
They were having a battle together, the two and the 22. Oh, my goodness me. What's happened up there? Garth Tander has had an enormous impact at the top of the mountain, and the front left wheel has been ripped off the
car. The Race Solutions medical team will go and look after him.
Oh,
just run wide.
Aero wash from behind the Porsche.
Oh no, it wasn't. It was going up the inside. The team car's made an error. Garth's gone up the inside and lost control of the car.
That's what confused me, because we saw Dries Vanthoor sneak through on the inside a few minutes ago.
Here it is.
So on board with Garth now. Watch the car in front. Wide through there. Oh, and there's no grip at all.
Oh, man. It's shaking the mirror off the windscreen. Such a big hit.
I just have a listen to this in real time. Oh. Fire. Meantime, what happened? There was a bit of contact. That was the man filter AMG.
Wink up.
Oh my goodness me, how close were the two Porsches behind as that car was rotated?
Wow, I'm speechless.
We've seen
big
accidents there.
So Winkup's trying to go down the inside, thinking perhaps that Sini's going to jump out of the way. Oh. And that's the Maguire's #1 car with Laurens Vanthoor behind the wheel.
You've got to worry if he's done damage to that car by having to ride the curbs. The Hallmark car going around, and it just tags the wall. Actually, it was front first there. I saw damage on the left rear. That might have been from the contact with the AMG, JP.
Yeah, that's what caused the spin initially, and then it's nosed into the barrier, got off lightly So much so the dive pen's still in place. I think it might have done a drive shaft on the left side, so it's only rotating on the one side of the car.
Oh, has he clipped that curb on the inside coming out of the spares box dipper?
Hasn't hit anything yet. No.
Still hasn't. The tyre's
Well,
down.
it's gone.
The rear left tyre down.
Left rear tyre's gone. That was, well, amazing.